like to, siguro dapat, no, it's about time na paupuin po natin, paharapin po natin, at matanong natin ang diretsyo si Pastor Quiboloy dito sa mga katanungan natin kasi hindi po ito masasagot ng attorney lang, Mr.
To move for a contempt order after reviewing that, hindi pa rin sufficient po, yun na yung warrant. That's what I mean. So, Mr. Chair, for my previous motion, again, I move for the issue to subpoena to Pastor Quiboloy to appear in this committee. So move, Mr. Chair.
Vice Chair, President, fully seconded. The chairman objections. The motion of the Honorable Brosas is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, kanina I would like to be parang clarified kasi parang sinasabi kanina na apart from the franchise na meron, SMNI, supposedly, yung mga platforms ay hindi covered nito. Tama po ba, Mr. Chair? So, ibig sabihin, walang pag-limit dun sa paggamit, halimbawa ang Facebook, yung mga sinasabi kanina, yung the following. So, Mr. Chair, I would like to ask yung NPC, meron ba kayong power para ito ay hindi kumalat, Mr. Chair? Kasi parang, apparently, pinag-uusapan natin dito, sila-spend na, lahat na ginawa, pero ano yung ginagawa ngayon ng NPC with regards to this? Kasi parang ilang violations to, if ever, di ba? Dahil sinabi nga natin na hindi na dapat mag-ere at hindi na dapat lumabas itong mga misinformation, disinformation na nagaganap.
NTC, please reply to the query of the Honorable Brosas.
Mr. Chair, yung coverage that the NTC issued covers the free-to-air operation of SMNI, of Susunod. So ito po yung mga signals that are coming from over the air. However, the content that are being shown online is not covered by that because it's not within, hindi na po part ng franchise nila of the operations concomitant to the franchise system.
Yes, Mr. Chair, no, kanina naman clearly sinabi na may mga violations. Tama ba, LGC? May violations ang SMNI, Mr. Chair? Ano ang mga specific violations nila after the cease and desist order, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair, please proceed. Okay, I address your questions to NTC. Tapos na po natin. The NTC, the Honorable Brosas is addressing.
So, Mr. Chair, there's a pending case of the NTC, and then if the NTC will answer that, it will jeopardize NTC with respect to the constitutional principle of impartial court, Mr. Chair. If they will answer is whether or not there's violation on the part of SMNI when in fact there's pending case with SMNI and then submitted for decision, Mr. Chair.
Do you agree with the position raised by the attorney?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, we would like to reserve comment on that one as this is actually the issue. This is also part of the issue that part of the administrative.
Yes, you know, that's a question raised by a member of the committee. And it is your duty to reply to the and not hide under the rule just because they have a pending question before you, the NTC. It doesn't stop me from answering the question.
Yes, Your Honor, we
So
recognize
please
that.
reply. Thank you.
If we may be allowed to reply
Yes, please.
at a later time on that one, Your Honor. as we are, but we will comply with, we will reply to the query, Mr. Chair.
The Honorable Brosas.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, yung NTC kasi, they noted, they received reports, no, na showing that respondent SMNI did not strictly comply with the suspension aspect and was still operating in certain areas in Region 6 by as late as December 27, 2023, despite the 30-day suspension order issued by the NTC. Ngayon, maliban sa Region 6, meron pa bang reports sa tanggap? Yung sana itatanungin ko, pero ayaw. Baka hindi sasagutin ng NTC na nag-operate ang SMNI sa ibang lugar. Now, Mr. Chair, it seems like the SMNI has not taken seriously the suspension order of the NTC and its violations of several provisions of its franchise that were unveiled, no, na-discuss during the hearings dito sa House of Representatives, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, in reply to the query of the Honorable Arlene Brosas, based on the reports from the region, Region 6 reported, it was Region 6 only that region reported on the continued operation. That is correct. Your Honor.
Thank you,
Sila
Mr.
po yung
Chair.
nag-submit ng report on that one. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chair, ngayon naman gusto kong maliwanagan dun sa kung pwede bang merong gawing aksyon ng NPC, no? Kaugnay dito sa mga platforms na ito, halimbawa sa social media accounts, yung binabanggit kanina, kasi ang active pa ngayon yung Facebook, SMNI, Ikan sa Masa para sa Masa Kurso ng Bayan News Plus. Sa YouTube, laban kasama ang Bayan Social Media, DZAR 1026, tapos yung TikTok, SMNI News Kurso ng Bayan News Plus. May magagawa ba ang NBC dito, Mr. Chair?
Proceed.
If you may be allowed to explain a little, Mr. Chair. Like what we mentioned earlier, the order issued by the NTC principally covers the privileges granted under the franchise of SMNI. And this includes the provisioning of free-to-air broadcast services, radio and television. Insofar as the other platforms like social media, we would like to inform that these are basically not within the realm of the operations of the franchise, Mr. Chair. So we are at this time limited only to the scope of what the franchise, and the authorities granted as a result of the franchise is covered, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, kung gano'n yung mga lumalabas, puro red tagging, fake news, etc. dito sa mga funding platforms na ito, Mr. Chair, hindi ba dapat ay i-address din natin itong usapin na ito, Mr. Chair? Hindi ba dapat i-suspend din natin yung operations, no, ng may mga record ng red tagging? And sino-sino, Mr. Chair, gusto natin malaman, sino-sino ba yung mga managers ng accounts na ito? Saka ano yung guidelines, social media posting ng SMNI sa program na ito, Mr. Chair?
NTC. Question is addressed to
NTC, tapos pasagutin po natin
Yes,
kasi sila
yes,
yung
ma'am.
may-ari ng mga di ba, social
Okay,
media
NTC.
accounts.
NTC, ano po mga sabi mo sa Brosas?
We take cognizance of the observations by the Honorable Arlene Brosas, Mr. Chair, and we will take a look at those instances, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair, may action ba, may pwede bang gawin yung NTC as far as we know dito sa mga cases na ganito? Wala. Hindi nila covered yung mga social media platforms, sa website, pagtanggal, pag-suspend, Mr. Chair.
NTC, exactly with your mandate.
Insofar as the authorities issued a directrice sa SMNI, Mr. Chair, unfortunately, hindi po siya covered doon. So, we will have to take a look at it further, ever, Mr. Chair.
Okay, we have to study that particular issue, look at the mandate of entry. And of course, inquiry, we also have to discuss it with the ICT. Yes, yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, so the question now is to SMNI. Pwede po po sagutin. Ano po mga komento niyo rito? Sa sinabi po ni Congresswoman Brosas.
I was asking for the manager of accounts.
I think, Mr. Chair,
Sige, Attorney Mark.
the Honorable Congresswoman Brosas, Mr. Chair, she has an option to file a case against the SMNI. There's criminal case, there's also civil case for the armed force, because all the statements of the armed force are not official stand of SMNI. That is their personal opinion. In fact, as what I've said in our previous hearing, Mr. Chair, there is a disclaimer in every program. So, and I would like to cite also the constitutional, the Supreme Court jurisprudence, Mr. Chair, that there is the freedom of press and freedom of expression is the highest, one of the highest constitutional right guaranteed by the state, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Attorney Mark. Particular po yung mahaba na diskusyon yung issue niya. Even the previous hearing and you were shut down on that issue and being very clear that in the democratic space, there's also limitations, and of course one of them is in fake news, is that part of it. So anyway, we will not ever go there because you argue that way, the committee has already positioned already on that particular issue on the disclaimer. We have manifested in the practice that you cannot use this because you can imagine if all black timers will have a disclaimer, and therefore we're trying to tell us that MTRCB has no reach over all of these particular programs and their content. So I don't think we can also hide under that. But anyway, we now proceed. Congresswoman
Yes,
Brosas,
Mr. Chair.
please proceed.
I have a specific request. Ang specific request ko po ay malaman kung sino-sino ang may-ari ng mga media accounts na ito. And if it's possible to give this to the committee right now. Kasi alam naman siguro nila yan at meron naman silang kopya kung sino-sino yung mga kaninong mga accounts ito, Mr. Chair.
That account, Mr. Chair, is owned by SMNI. That is not the account of personal accounts per staff, but is owned by the Susunod Media Corporation, Mr. Chair.
So sila pa rin, Mr. Chair. Sa kanila pa rin yun, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Even yung guidelines sa social media posting ng SMNI, meron kayo? Paano ko yun pinakonsider? Anong ginagamit niyo? Do you have papers with you kung ano yung mga media accounts na meron kayo sa YouTube, sa Facebook, sa TikTok? Can we have that right now?
It was already answered, Mr. Chair, that the SMNI has a different social media accounts per program, Mr. Chair.
Look, Mr. Chair, gusto natin makita yung reach. Gusto natin makita kung gaano yung inaabot ng kasinungalingan, ng sinasabi ng mga red doggy, ng mga sinasabi na peddling o fake news. Kailangan makita natin kung paano yun sa actual. Sino-sino yung may hawak noon, hanggang saan yung mga, ano-anong mga media accounts, Facebook yun, ano-anong mga ganito yan, Mr. Chair. So I was just asking for that, Mr. Chair. It is a list, Mr. Chair, na dapat isubmit ng SMNI, Mr. Chair.
So we direct SMNI to submit the list as requested by the Honorable Brosas. And with the next hearing, we will again follow up on this list. Thank you very much. And yeah.
Sorry, last na lang, Mr. Chair. Oo, kasi
Mr. Chair, we will consider the request of Congresswoman Brosas, Mr. Chair, but we're studying also the possible violation of the right to privacy, Mr. Chair, and right against self-incrimination, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so please study your options. Thank you. And we will also, the Honorable Maruano, the Honorable Brosas will insist on that list. Because this committee would ask, so we are clear as to what is being violated and what particular platforms are being used. But before we proceed, I just want to inform everyone that the names have been submitted to the floor for the attendance. Thank you. So now, do you still have a question before we go over the next interpreter?
Yes, Mr. Chair, last na lang, Mr. Chair, no? Up to what extent is Apollo Quiboloy's influence in SMNI? Ano po ang kanyang posisyon sa kumpanya sa ngayon, Mr. Chair?
We already answered that, Mr. Chair. Pastor Apollo Quiboloy is the honorary chairman of SMNI. And he's not part of the day-to-day operation of SMNI.
Pero Mr. Chair, credited siya sa lahat ng mga shows, Mr. Chair.
That is part of our freedom of press and freedom of expression, Mr. Chair, to credit anybody that we want to credit, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, bakit sinasabi sa bawat show, no? Halimbawa, ng Laban Kasama ang Bayan, palagi pong nagpapasalamat nito sa host kay Apollo Quiboloy. And I quote, at gayon din sa ating pinakamamahal, kagalang-galang at butining Pastor Apollo C. Quiboloy na siyang gumawa ay akda at nagpahatid ng programang ito, Mr. Chair. So every time yun, Mr. Chair, tapos sasabihin niyo sa akin, ganito yung kanyang position lang.
Nagpapasalamat, Mr. Chair, yung mga anchor in their personal capacity, Mr. Chair.
Anyway, Mr. Chair, we have several questions, dito sa kay Pastor Quiboloy, Mr. Chair. I think it's about time that we call, Mr. Chair, for Pastor Quiboloy na pumunta dito at to answer our questions, our specific questions, po? Kasi, Mr. Chair, siguro last time naman, na-request naman na natin ito Heads of agencies come here in Congress para tayo ay sagutin sa mga mahalaga nating tanong. And we would like to, siguro dapat, it's about time na paupuin po natin, paharapin po natin, at matanong natin ang diretsyo si Pastor Quiboloy dito sa mga katanungan natin. Kasi hindi po ito masasagot ng attorney lang, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chair, that is correct, Representative Brosas. We have already invited, not only once, but on several occasions, Pastor Apollo Quiboloy to attend this hearing, considering that there are so many issues that needs to be clarified, lalo na yung pangalan niya, nandyan sa SOASU. So therefore, Mr. Chair, I move that this committee issue show cause order to Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. Why he should not appear here? So move, Mr. Chair.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Yes. There's a modification.
Okay.
I would like to amend my motion, considering that this is very important. I'd like to move that we issue, this committee rather issue a subpoena to Pastor Quiboloy to compel him to be present during the next hearing. And we will remind Attorney Mark Tolentino that after the subpoena, if Pastor Quiboloy does not appear, then we will be constrained to request for a warrant of arrest for him to appear here. Or rather, to move for a contempt order after review, hindi pa rin kasi support, yun na yung warrant. That's what I mean. So, Mr. Chair, for my previous motion, again, I move for the issue of subpoena to Pastor Quiboloy to appear on this committee. So move, Mr. Chair.
Motion by the Vice Chair, President, duly seconded. The chairman objections, the motion of the Honorable President is approved.
Mr. Chair, very short lang po. In relation lang dun sa naging question kanina. Dahil po, we are exploring options. Actually po, the NBC has had a history of blocking websites na may mga sinasite po siyang dahilan bakit siya nag-block ng specific website. So, Mr. Chair, for the record lang, that can be one of the options kung kita naman talaga na detrimental to public interest ang mga binobroadcast or pinapakalat ng SMNI. In particular naman sa mga social media applications like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, yun, pwede pong directly padalhan ng formal communications ang head ng ganitong mga social media applications. Yun, sa kung ano man yung pwedeng i-recommend na action against the SMNI. Yun lang, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Condel.